have chosen to celebrate your accomplishments with us today. You have endured and you have reached a very pivotal moment, graduation. You've persisted, you have worked diligently, and we will be sure that you are recognized for all of your amazing dedication. So at this time, I do want to direct your attention to your program booklet. If you are with us in person, there are then the first few pages of our digital program booklet are what you hold in your hands as our order for the program today. This includes a listing of our graduates, and you'll also note a program QR code. So if you scan that QR code, you'll be able to access the full booklet that includes all of our grad pictures, their bio information, and messages to those who have been pivotal in their journey to graduation. So for those of you that are unable to join us, hi. The graduates will be sure to direct your supporters to the same book listed on the Hub's website under the Affinity Celebrations page, and reminded that you can view this event at any time on the Hub's YouTube channel. Now, I do want to take a brief moment to recognize members of our senior leadership team here on campus, including our chancellor, our vice chancellors, our extended chancellor's council, deans of the schools and colleges, and members of the SIU system leadership team. In particular, I do want to do a special shout out to our intern vice chancellor for student affairs, Miriam Rachia, and the dean for the College of Arts and Sciences, Dr. Kevin Leonard. Thank you so much for being here today. And also, this is really cool. We have some amazing interpreters here from SWIC that are going to be interpreting for us today. So thank you to all of you for being a part of this. Thank you. We really appreciate your support of events like this and appreciate those of you who had the opportunity to be with us today. So, for those of you who may not know, Rainbow Graduation is an annual ceremony that's conducted on numerous campuses to honor lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, questioning, intersex, asexual, and all of the other amazing identities within the LGBTQIA+ spectrum. The very first known lavender rainbow graduation ceremony was created by Dr. Ronnie Sandlow, a Jewish lesbian who was denied the opportunity to attend the graduations of her biological children because of her sexual identity. It was through this experience that she came to understand the discrimination felt by her students. So Dr. Sandlow took it upon herself and created the first lavender graduation ceremony at the University of Michigan in 1995. And that very first ceremony had a total of 3 students. This tradition has grown leaps and bounds since then, now spanning colleges and universities across the country. And now, as mentioned, as of May 2016, this is also part of SIUE's tradition. And we are proud that you are another group of graduates to participate in the celebration. So without further ado, I'm going to stop talking. And we're going to begin our celebration with some keynote remarks from one of my friends and colleagues, Mitchell Haas. Mitchell is a graduate of SIU Edwardsville, as well as the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. Mitchell is currently the online learning librarian and an assistant professor in library and information sciences. And in addition to being the online learning librarian, Mitchell also teaches in the University Honors Program and is the faculty co-chair for the SIUE Safe Zone Committee. Being able to return as a faculty member at his alma mater has been an absolute joy for him. And this is a fun fact, prior to returning to SIUE, Mitchell served in the United States Army from 2013 to 2018 as a Korean cryptologic language analyst. Huge time there. So we look forward to the message that you'll share, Mitchell. So could I have everyone join me in welcoming Mitchell Haas?
Hello, everyone. Thank you. Put it down. All right. Let's see. Let's see if I can get through this without having an existential crisis because there's so many people looking at me. Before I get started today, I just want to take a moment to thank everyone at the Hub and at Q of A for putting on this amazing event and for making it known across campus. I think it is so hugely important for this sort of graduation celebration to exist, and for it to be well known that our university is a safe space that celebrates all individuals in our university community. I know I would have truly appreciated the chance to attend something like this when I was a student here. As I considered and reconsidered, and wrote and rewrote what I wanted to say today, I thought about what I would have wanted to hear when I was sitting in those chairs and in your shoes. A decade ago, like, I finished up my undergraduate degree here at SIUE and was at the crossroads of a major life accomplishment and change much as you are today. I don't particularly advise taking the same next step that I took, which was panic joining the army because I wasn't sure what to do next. As choices go, that probably wasn't the best one I made, but nonetheless, here I am. What I think I needed to hear at this time, 10 years ago, above all else, as I struggled to figure out who I was and where my life was going, I wish someone had told me that you don't have to have every single step figured out, especially as it applies to self-acceptance and self-understanding. Growing up, and for much of my life, I wasn't aware of examples of the queer experience that would have helped me better understand the feelings I felt and the multiple worlds that I felt pressured to adapt to. This wasn't helped by my growing up here in this fairly traditional conservative Midwestern area, nor by my panicked choice to join the army, which exudes toxic masculinity in most of its worst forms. Thankfully, though, on the whole, my family allowed me to be myself, even if I didn't know who that was or what that meant. Aside from a cruel aunt who, from a young age, enjoyed calling me metrosexual because she thought my mannerisms and general disinterest in traditionally boy things deserved to be mocked. But thankfully, that was the exception and not the rule. As many of us queer people, or so many of us queer people, have experienced these very same realities of having to live with multiple identities and feeling as though we cannot be our truest selves because of the judgment of those around us. Society, family, friends, all in some way or another put pressure on those of us who don't fit the norm to fill more traditional roles. I wished I had been told to be more patient and kind to myself, and had been more open earlier on in my life to the journey of self-discovery that is being a queer person in a heteronormative world. Coming to terms with my identity and understanding who my true self was took me a very long time. It was only in the last few years that I began to speak openly about being queer. But this wasn't the first time in my life that I had tried to do so. I knew long before high school that the attractions I had were not considered to be the norm among my peers. But when I first gathered up the courage to come out as bisexual to someone I thought was a good friend, that person immediately ran to tell my best friend and betrayed my trust. When asked by my best friend about this, I immediately denied everything and honestly just wanted to forget that I had ever had that conversation in the first place. That was my first experience with coming out, and it left its mark on me. Honestly, from that point on, I was even hesitant to really think about my identity because of the betrayal and fear of judgment that I felt. After this experience, and for most of my 20s, I stayed quiet about my sexuality and my identity, even to myself. My time in the Army did not help this situation either, as you might expect. The Army left me little time to consider self-discovery, and in this hyper-masculine, one might say extremely toxically masculine environment, I allowed myself to adapt once again to be an ideal soldier. I allowed myself to be a chameleon, always changing my appearance and my mannerisms to best meet my environment at that time, and never really coming to an understanding who I truly was. These experiences are said not to evoke sympathy, but rather to say, don't do as I did. I let the expectations of others, my experience with coming out for the first time, and my fear of judgment make myself my own biggest saboteur. I was the one that kept myself from living and being my truest self. So much so that I really wouldn't be comfortable coming to terms with who I was until I left the Army and could be myself more freely. With this newfound freedom and comfort with who I was, I still felt as though, in many ways, I've only touched the tip of the iceberg of who I am. Self-discovery is a lifelong pursuit, Don't let anyone tell you that you have to have everything figured out about your life right now. Be patient, be kind to yourself. No matter the person, self-discovery is a journey, one that truly takes our entire lives. Don't allow the feelings of others to steal your joy and keep you from being your true selves. I may not have figured it all out yet, but what I do know is that I am so grateful that I now have the confidence to say that I am proudly and openly a member of the LGBTQIA+ community. I hope that you can always proudly be your true selves, because constantly changing for family, peers, or society will never allow us to attain true happiness. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Those are very true words and very amazing words, Mitchell. Thank you so much. So now we have reached a very exciting moment in our event today, the moment we get to recognize each graduate individually. So momentarily, we're going to ask our graduates to stand and proceed to the side of the stage over here. So graduates, you will receive your cord, just right over here. And you'll be able to pick up your certificate at the check-in table out in the lobby. So as you cross the stage, our campus photographer, Howard, he can just whatever there now. He will be taking your picture, and please feel free to pose as you would like. And there's also a camera right there.
Yeah, are we minding this background? Is that the
Absolutely.
I think that's the way to go, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
It's all for you. And then also be aware that we do have a camera right there. So if you want to throw some deuces or a little wing, people that are watching at home, please feel free to do so. And there's let's see. So we would also then ask for you to proceed back to your seats and wait for all of the other graduates to have their name called before you sit down. So once you're back to your area, just stay standing. Yes, as we read the names of the graduates and as they cross the stage, we'll also be sharing a PowerPoint with each graduate's names. So those of you here are more than welcome to cheer, come close to the stage, take some photos. And then once all of the names of the graduates are shared, we are going to ask everyone in attendance to get very rowdy and make even more noise. So, so yeah, graduates, again, as your name's called, please know that we see you, we honor you, and we celebrate you. And we hope that all graduates will wear this rainbow cord proudly during their respective commencement exercises. So fun fact, when I was an undergrad back in 2012 at a different institution, there was a lavender graduation, but the university did not allow us to wear those cords. I did it anyway. So yeah, just please wear those cords with the utmost pride as you cross the commencement stage next week. So we're now going to begin recognizing our students. So at this time, we ask our graduates to stand and proceed to the podium at the side of the stage. I didn't want to.
Nice.
Sabria Bender, Bachelor of Arts with a major in theater and dance, concentration design technical, double major philosophy.
Awesome. I love that. You're getting a little closer to that. With the balloons. There you
Bachelor
go.
of Arts, major
You're
in theater and
first, so-
dance, concentration in performance, concentration two design technical.
Perfection. Here we go.
Bachelor of Science, major criminal justice studies, minor forensic science.
You be close to the balloons.
Courtney Hatchell, Bachelor of Arts, major in art,
Very good.
administration, art.
Maybe close. Oh, get away. Okay.
Bachelor of Science, major criminal justice studies, minor sociology.
Maybe close.
Sarah
Right.
Woodard Johnson, Bachelor of Social Work, major social work, minor in sociology. Kay Kershaw.
Yeah.
Bachelor of Science, the major in criminal justice studies, minor in psychology. Paige Lang, Bachelor of Science, major in psychology, minor in forensic science, and another minor in. Nicole Lindsay, Bachelor of Science with a major in biological sciences, concentration in ecology, evolution, conservation, and a minor in forensic sciences. Woo! Jamie Lynn Logan, Bachelor of Science and a major in psychology. Max
There you go.
Ludwig, Bachelor of Arts, major in computer science, double major in foreign languages and literature, concentration in Spanish with a minor in mathematical studies and another minor in music. Haj Almira Malika, Bachelor of Arts, major applied communication studies, double minor in French and psychology. Isabel McKay, Bachelor of Science, with a major in psychology, minor in sociology. HP, Bachelor of
There we
Arts,
go.
with a major in foreign languages and literature,
There you go.
concentration in
Here we
Spanish,
are.
minor in linguistics.
Thank you. Okay, here we go. Great.
Jeffrey Michael
Thank you.
Savage, Bachelor of Arts, major in computer science, minor in philosophy.
Excellent. Here we go.
Bachelor of Science, the major in
Thank you.
secretary, minor in Spanish. Diane
Here we
Slack,
are.
Bachelor of Arts, major in mass communications with a concentration in media production, minor in English creative writing. Emily Nakamura Berzinger, Bachelor of Arts,
It's gotta be
major
right.
in English, minor in mass communication. Sarah Ann Kavachuk, Bachelor of Science, major in psychology, minor. in
Lovely.
literature.
Yeah.
Emma Watt, Bachelor of Arts,
You look close
major
to
in
me.
English, concentration, secondary
yeah.
English, language.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you.
Brendan Wilson, Bachelor
Excellent.
of Science, major in nursing. Valen A. Porter, Master of Science in Education.
Thank you.
Oh, yes, Master. Oh, my goodness. Sorry, I just realized it was a Master. I switched. Major of Higher Education and Student Affairs. This one again. Dr. Gabrielle Ingram, pharmacy, major pharmacy,
Oh,
patient, pharmacy pediatrics.
here we go.
We have Dr. Hayden R. Miller, Doctor of Pharmacy, major pharmacy, concentration pharmacy education. Doctor of Pharmacy with a major in pharmacy. And a couple more. Nicole
Yeah,
Boyd,
perfect.
which is a Bachelor of Arts in Communication, minor in Spanish, psychology, and pre-law. And we have Curran O'Reilly, a Bachelor of Arts, speech language pathology. Now let's do one giant roaring applause for everyone. Cheer for yourself.
Thank you again for all of your participation. So graduates, as you go out into the world and make your mark, remember that you are a proud SIUE Cougar and that you have left a legacy here on this campus and in the hearts of those you encountered while being a student here. And to remind you a little about how you were always a Cougar, we have a message from Eileen Martindale, the immediate past president of the SIUE Alumni Association Board of Directors and 2008 SIUE alum with a degree in sociology. Eileen?
Everyone, it's great to see some sociology majors and minors. Like that is all of the things I love so much. So hi, my name is Eileen Martindale, as was mentioned previously, and I serve proudly as the immediate past president of the SIUE Alumni Association. I am so excited to be part of this celebration and thank you all for having me. First off, congratulations on earning your degree from SIUE. You should be very proud of your accomplishments, and I commend each and every one of you for your hard work and your commitment to your education. As soon as you cross the commencement stage next week, you become an official lifetime member of the SIUE Alumni Association. No dues required, you don't sign up, you are in. You'll be joining more than 120,000 members of our alumni family, spanning across the country and around the world, where you'll no doubt join the tradition of fellow alumni making significant contributions to their professions and to their communities. I encourage you to remain actively engaged with our university through the Alumni Association. The Alumni Association will keep you informed about the university and will encourage you to be involved in activities and initiatives either on campus or through one of our chapters or networks. I would love to see a rainbow network in the future. Finally, I hope you will join me and the Alumni Association at the Always a Cougar graduation celebration next week, Thursday, May 4th, for a toast to your success as you begin your next chapter of your SIUE story. As you celebrate your amazing accomplishments with friends and family, know that you will forever be valued member of the SIUE alumni family. Congratulations.
Thank you, Eileen, thank you so much. So, as we mentioned earlier, graduates were able to submit messages of thanks to faculty, staff, mentors, friends, family, and chosen family who were instrumental in their success at SIUE. We know that it often takes the love and care of all of those around each student to encourage them to complete the degree and make it to graduation. So, the messages that all of the graduates have shared to those who are members of your care team are included in the program booklet. However, we also want to honor those of you here today who have supported these students. So please join me in a celebratory moment, thanking those individuals for their support and direct and indirect contributions to our Rainbow Grad Student Good Class. Definitely takes a village. So at this time, we have some closing remarks from one of your very own, Holly Hentz. Holly is graduating with a degree in criminal justice and a minor in sociology, and she was recognized in March as a 2023 Phenomenal Woman Award winner. And she recently ensured the Clothesline Project, an exhibit designed to raise awareness for survivors of assault and abuse, was revived on campus. We are so glad that she accepted our request to provide these closing remarks to you. So please join me in welcoming Holly Hentz.
First of all, I want to thank Mitchell. Thank you for your message and your support. I think we can all agree it was a very important and impactful speech, and we all appreciate you being here to show us how we matter. Secondly, I want to thank all the guests that are here today. Sorry. Showing support for their graduates. Speaking from my own experience and the stories of others, support is not always something we receive. So you being here tonight to support your graduate as well as the rest of us means more than you will ever know and more than I can ever put into words. We couldn't have done this without you. A special thank you to my own guests. I wouldn't be here without you. Thank you for supporting me. Now, my fellow graduates, it's my turn to thank you. Thank you for being here with us tonight. Thank you for making this campus more diverse and accepting. And thank you for all your contributions and efforts here. They have not gone unnoticed. The community you have helped create has helped so many, each and every one of us included. I would not be here without the feeling of support and community you have all helped to provide. I look forward to seeing all the things you accomplish as you move on to the next chapter of your life. I know that starting a new journey can be scary. I myself am pretty scared of the road that lies ahead, but anything that is worth doing scared. In fact, I'm a bit nervous right now as I stand in front of you giving this speech, but I know how important it is to use my voice, even when standing in a room full of like-minded people. A quote that I've carried with me on my journey that I hope you may now carry on yours comes from activist Maggie Kuhn. Speak your mind, even if your voice shakes. Standing up for what you believe can be terrifying, but every time you do, even if you don't see the effect it has, you are making the world a better place. SIUE has provided us all with memories, good and bad, connections that will last a lifetime, and a place to call home for the last few years. But most importantly, it has given us the education and the tools to speak our minds. It has given us an opportunity to stand with others just like ourselves, to lift them up and support them. We are now as prepared as we have ever been to go out and change the world. In perfect timing, too, because this is a time when our community and the world need us most. I know that it is disheartening that in 2023, we still must fight for our right to exist and for our youth to be able to grow up, but we will prevail. Those who came before us, icons like Marsha P. Johnson, Harvey Milk, and Edith Windsor, have paved the way for us, and now it is our responsibility to pave the way for the next generation. We have always been here, we are here now, and we will always be here. Even when some people from the world are telling you you don't belong, I promise that you do. You belong here in this room with us, and you belong anywhere you choose to go. Even if they are not in this space with you, there are people who stand with you, who support you, and who believe wholeheartedly that you matter. If you are ever doubting that, think back to this day as you stand in a room full of people who are here celebrating you. Think back to me, speaking directly to all of you, telling you that you matter to me. And I love and support you for exactly who you are. You are never alone. You matter. What you have to say matters. Take up space, use your voice, change the world. I am so proud of you for making it this far, and I am so excited to see where you go from here. Class of 2023, it's time to use our voices. And if you're scared to do it scared. We all stand with you. Thank you.
Chills. That was amazing. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Holly, for your remarks. And thank you one more time to all of you who have joined us here today at this Rainbow graduation ceremony. Thank you, students, for participating today and for dedicating yourselves to your education. so that you could be here at the finish line. Most importantly, thank you for all that you have done here at this institution and the lasting impression you leave on this institution. Y'all are kind of like glitter, you kind of like. We are very, very excited for the bright futures ahead of each and every one of you. And I'll echo Holly's comments. Take up the space, use your voice, take all of this amazing queer energy that's here right now and change the world, because I know you all will. So a couple of quick announcements as you leave. Graduates, please make sure that you stop at the check-in table to pick up your certificates on your way out. And we are also asking that all of the grads stay around in this area for a quick photo from Howard. All other attendees, you are welcome to get all of the pictures that you would like using the background or any of the balloon arrangements that are around here as well. Let's see, and then we also ask that you join us for a lovely reception right over here next door. So with that, final congratulations to all of you on your amazing success. I challenge you to go into the world, be yourself, and be great. So thank you everyone for coming and enjoy your evening.